Welcome back. My name is Jenny. Today we are going to learn about how to answer IELTS speaking questions.
In Part 2, one of the challenging aspects of Part 2 is the huge number of potential topics. Naturally, with such a wide range of topics, every candidate has certain topic areas that he or she is comfortable with, and others that they find more difficult. Instead of making a huge list of Part 2 topics, it is easier to put all of the topics into groups or categories. The most obvious categories are as follows: people, places, media-related, experiences, or past events, objects, or material possessions, others. Anything that doesn't fit into the 5 categories above. Preparation method for Part 2. In Part 2, the examiner gives the candidate a topic card, and the candidate has 1 minute to prepare and make notes. After the 1 minute preparation time, the candidate is required to talk about the topic for between 1 and 2 minutes. As a rule, you are expected to speak for at least 1 minute 30 seconds. Anything less than this and your fluency score may be reduced. So, in the first 1 minute preparation, you could do these steps below to get good answers in Part 2. Step 1, Selection. Step 2, Vocabulary. Step 3, Grammar point. Step 1, Selection. The important first step is to select something that is easy to talk about. Once you have something easy to talk about, you can concentrate on language features and ways to increase your score. Selecting the right thing to talk about is quite important if you want to produce a good quality Part 2. Step 2, Vocabulary. The next step in the 1 minute preparation is to write down as many examples of uncommon vocabulary as possible. The vocabulary must be directly related to the topic. It's important to try to learn and remember uncommon vocabulary for each of the topic areas. Step 3, Grammar point. This is one of the most important considerations for your Part 2 talk. Most candidates completely ignore this aspect. Different Part 2 topic cards require different grammar. If you prepare in this way, you are focusing on language, and this will have a direct influence on score. Preparation summary. Remember, you only have 1 minute to prepare. So, you really don't have time to write sentences or phrases. The most important thing to write on your paper is probably a few vocabulary items and a grammar reminder. Example: describe a happy event in your life. Your note can be: Part 2. Place. Place topic cards can be an important building, a historical building, a famous building, a peaceful place, a city, town, village you have visited, a place in your city you know well, a walk that you regularly take, a garden, park, a river, lake, or sea you have visited, your idea of an ideal house, a library, a museum you have visited, your childhood home. In this topic, you may get the question. Example 1, describe a beautiful place in nature that you have visited. You should say where the place is located, what kind of place it is, what you did there, what is special about this place. Step 1, Selection. A place that you know. Step 2, Vocabulary. blown away, delectable, luscious, dotted, reclined, natural splendor. Step 3, Grammar. Use present perfect tense. Use past continuous and past simple. Use future tense. Preparation notes, will be. Here is the example answer. While I've been fortunate to see the splendor of many beautiful places around the world, and my favorite would have to be Phi Island. Last year, I went there for the first time with my best friend on a week-long trip, and we were both blown away. In case you don't know, Phi Island is an island group in Thailand, between the large island of Phuket, and the West Strait of Malacca coast of the mainland. Khor Phi Don is a large island dotted with small islands with stunningly beautiful, crystal clear water all around. Luscious trees and plants cover the islands, and surrounding coastline for some of the best scenery in the world. My friend and I spent our first 3 days, taking boat trips around to the various islands. We reclined on gorgeous sandy beaches, and sampled some of the most delectable seafood I've ever had. Following that, we rented kayaks, and spent 2 days paddling around. It was great, because we were able to go at our own pace. In fact, I loved it so much that I will travel there again next summer, to experience more of the natural splendor of Phi Island. Now we can choose any place topic cards to practice. Example 2. Describe your idea of the perfect house. You should say what room it is, what it looks like, what you use it for, what it is your favorite. Step 1, Selection. You can choose small house with many equipment and activities you can describe. Step 2, Vocabulary. Dream house, spare bedrooms, mansion, solar panels, sustainable. Step 3, Grammar. Try to use a mix of tenses. Preparation notes, will be. And the example answer can be. Honestly, I haven't thought too much about my ideal home, but I think it's fun to imagine it now. Let's see. First, the location of the house is paramount. I love seafood, so my dream house would have be right on the beach facing out to the sea, and I can enjoy fresh seafood whenever I want. Actually, I don't want a big house or a mansion, but a house with 5 spare bedrooms for my friends and family to come visit would be perfect. And I'd want the house to have solar panels on top. I'm very passionate about the environment and want my house to be green and sustainable. Of course, inside I would have all modern facilities like air conditioning, a dishwasher, built-in speakers, a washing machine, and flat-screen TVs. There would be a balcony on every level, and one balcony would have hot tub, that you could sit in and watch the waves. And perhaps most importantly, in my bedroom, I would have the biggest, softest, most comfortable bed imaginable. It would be amazing. Thank you so much, and see you soon.